you're making things difficult right out of the gate here. Hey guys, how are you? All right, let me pop up my chat here. Get myself all set up. Pop out the chat. Thank you, Gizmo. You're very, very sweet. Welcome to the live stream. Today it's just gonna be just me. If you've never been to this live stream before and you've just stumbled across it, my name is Tara. Normally there's another girl here named Natalie. We are Natalie and Tara, and we do comedy content where we try things for the first time. And this is our live stream, and we do a live stream where we talk about the behind the scenes stuff of our lives and the channel. She's like buried her head into my arm and is just content to stay there. This is Gizmo. If you're new here and you don't know what little creature this is that you can't even hold on, let's see if we can show you this. She's just buried her head here, and we're just gonna stay like that. Hi, kitty. All right, this is not a cat live stream. This is just a normal live stream. Yeah, so today we are doing the usual BTS stuff, but just me. Natalie is on set right now of doing, gosh, I think she's done like 6 short student films this month, as well as doing background on a television show that's rolled through Utah, and she's been so busy. So today you just got me and Gizmo. Gizmo's gonna do the joke corner. That's gonna be her job. Are you ready for that? You got joke corner? No? Okay. So the window faces south. Yes, it does. Are you trying to figure out where I am, Desiree? Okay, so speaking of Desiree, names, let's do our usual hellos. We always have to say hello who's out in the chat. So if you're hanging out in the chat, just chilling, just say hi this one time. Turn your way from whatever it is you're doing while you're listening to me and say hi so I know who I'm talking to. And then you can go back to treating me like a podcast. Gizmo, I know it's so tough for you. All right, I'm going to back up and say hi to everybody. All right, David Faith, hello. Unitless Constance, hello. Jack Boots, hi. Shannon West, hello, meant to behave, but there were too many other options. Oh, I know, right? Isn't coffee off? Yes, I need to go get coffee. I made myself tea because it was just easier this morning, and I had a lot to do before the live stream. This office was covered in stuff. Talk about that later, but it took me a minute. Ben Rathig, hello. Behaving is overrated. I agree. I like to just gently bend rules. That's my game. Desiree, hello. Christian Hansen, hello. I think that's everybody. A little small group today on this pre-election cycle day. So this room was completely covered in just all kinds of stuff, because this room tends to be, whenever I throw a party at my house, this room becomes kind of the put it in their room. So like, floor pillows and shoes and things, decorative items on tables that are being taken up now with a bowl of nuts. All that stuff ends up in here. And so this room was just completely covered in stuff. And I this morning I was like, I have to clean if I'm going to have a live stream. Because like, even though like there's a large portion of the room you guys can't see, like it was all behind me. It was such a mess. So much sun trying to let you go. I know, I am. This is the game we're going to play today. We're going to play I need to start putting the scrim back up. I'm being a little lazy. I have a scrim that I put up to cover the whole window so that this doesn't happen. And in the midst of cleaning, I've kind of forgotten that I do that too. I should start putting that up again. I will start. You know the one thing I did fix, guys? Pretty sure I got it. Yep. No more stupid reactions. I figured out where the button is. It's right up at the top of my screen. I kept going to go look for it. I kept not being able to find it easily. And it was right there. Today it prompted me, do you want to turn on reactions? I'm like, no, I do not want reactions. Thank you very much. Greg Phillips. Now, I know this is controversial, but I hope Trump wins. Oh, we're going to stop there. All right, so another thing for today. The news cycle and the election stuff is taking over everything else for the next however many days. Honestly, guys, it could be a week before we know anything. We're just gonna not here, because for Natalie and she and I have different viewpoints on politics, and so it's just something that we just don't don't really get into. Sometimes we talk politics, but for the most part, we just don't because we know we don't agree. And we believe in a world where we cannot agree and, believe what we want to, but also still be able to get along. And I feel right now that we're having a hard time with that. Not Natalie and I, the country, the world. For here, for right now, we're gonna go by those rules. No politics. No politics, no religion, no kid talk, no diets. Those are the four things that everyone fights about. These are the things. We're just gonna let all that lie, and we're gonna talk about anything and everything else. I'll talk about anything else except for those things because no good here. And you guys need a break. You need a break. Have a break with me for an hour to not talk about politics because I honestly, when I get done here, I'm gonna go for a walk, and then I'm probably gonna come back and put the news cycle on because that's what we've been doing in this house since we've been watching polls and stuff because we're just as into as everybody else. But for now, let's just not talk about that. Let's let it go. So, anyways, but I will also, before we move off this topic and then we're gonna let it go, vote. If you're an American citizen, whatever your side is, I hope that you are voting because I think it's very important, and I hope someday that the popular vote becomes the way we do things. So vote, go vote. Anyways, all right, that's enough of that. Instead, we talk iPhone versus oh, you know what? Even I forgot this is on. I'm gonna just take this off even and just put this right here. There we go. Now none of us are tempted. Okay, iPhone versus Android. I mean, that's the basis of Natalie and I's relationship. Is like I'm iPhone, I'm Apple, she's Android, she's Microsoft. So like we got that built in. Like Jorgen. Oh my gosh, hi, I haven't seen you in forever. Guys, old school mods here, Jorgen. Oh, like Jorgen sent us the Cloudberries 1,000,001 years ago. You all can thank Jorgen for that video. That was a fun one. Jorgen, welcome back. It's been so long. How are you? And so we talk about iPhone. I can tell you by your personalities how you would vote, but it don't matter to me. Possible, it's possible. I would love to know that, but I will skip through that as well. I am doing relatively well. Jorgen, doing pretty darn good. Since the pandemic, life has been anything but normal, but it feels like although things in the atmosphere are still weird, my personal life, I'm having a big breather right now, taking a big breath, and then my personal life is doing really, really well. I'm very excited about next year. I'm gotten through all of the travel and the parties and the friends and stuff. Like I'm gonna start hanging out with my friends and stuff more. But also I'm gonna start working on some side hustle things I've been meaning to get to for the next couple of months. And then probably sometime in February, March, I'm gonna actually start working on my producing career because it looks like my industry might be getting its stuff together. I don't know. I'm such a low man on the totem pole when it comes to that kind of thing. So we'll see. So I'm doing good. I feel like I finally have somewhat got my feet back under me again in life. So it feels very nice to and I've intentionally done this just to slow everything down for a sec and take a breath and just breathe. Because man, whew, it's been a thing since 2020. I should send you new Cloudberries. Are they an improvement on the past Cloudberries? I remember not enjoying Cloudberries. Though I will tell you this, Jorgen, we've eaten so many things now since starting the channel. Like we have tried so many things that sometimes I think going back and giving things a second shot is a worthwhile endeavor. My boyfriend, who's a rum guy, when he and I first started dating, he didn't like tomatoes, he didn't like ketchup, he didn't like spicy foods, there's like a list of things that he was like, he's like a little bit of a picky eater. And some of it was stubbornness from just, being a kid, and he can be a wackadoo sometimes. But in dating, in him drinking rum and eating my cooking and trying more things, his palate's really began to change. Like he's always had a sensitive palate, but it's begun to change. And I wondered if going back and retrying Cloudberries would be stuff like that. Stuff that I was like, the only one I won't do is cuttlefish. That's never happening again. Never doing chocolate covered cuttlefish ever again. I saw it somewhere. I was like, nope, hard no thank you. Jorgen, I'm I think I think I'm having a kind of midlife crisis where just want to sell everything and sail around the world. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think you're right on course with humaning. We weren't supposed to live this long. So, we're supposed to be dead by now. I'm 42. I'm supposed to be long gone. I should have died in childbirth. I'm still kicking. Um, uh, did you know the original was vacuum from? Someone was telling me that, David Faith. Okay, so for Halloween, one of my costumes was the Catwoman costume again, that I wore a couple years ago. I just needed easy costumes for work, so I wore that one. And we were doing a heroes versus villains theme party, so that was my costume. And someone told me that they had to like vacuum that costume onto her for shooting, and oh man, that's intense. I wore that one that was not vacuum formed on me for it's probably 8 hours for that day. Bartending, and then by the end of the end, like I had the thing on, the headpiece on that covers your ears, and it was fine. I had a lot of fun, but by the end of the day, I was really worn out by sneezing and also just having that around me all day long. So I can only imagine how she felt. Because once you get into it, I imagine with that vacuuming in, like once you're in, you're in. You're in for as long as you can go. So I'm sure she was. I want to go look it up though. I want to go look and see if there's like any footage of her talking about it or like video of it, because I'm fascinated by the fact that they had to vacuum that onto her. She was in phenomenal shape too, guys. Good Lord. I rewatched from the footage. Good Lord, that woman. I put the movie on. I was like, damn, Michelle Pfeiffer, you looking good. So you're giving rotten shark cuttlefish. No, Ben, no. Rotten shark's on the same thing. No rotten shark. No, thank you. Christian Hansen, Bacardi needs to sponsor you. If you ate cloudberries, which cloud did you reach? Bacardi actually does sponsor Brian, which is kind of fun. He kind of does what we do. He's over on Instagram, and he tries rums and talks about them, and his big goal in life is to raise awareness of the underdog that is rum. Like of all the alcohols, it's the one that is getting them the least love, and so he's an underdog kind of guy. He calls himself the rum champion because it's like the Oberon in Game of Thrones. He wants to be the champion of rum and like tell everybody how great rum is. So Bacardi is actually one of our sponsors. And actually what's really fun, so long time ago, Natalie and I went to Hawaii together, and while we were there at one of this really cool temple we went to, there was a guy there selling these little pendants that were made from liquor bottles, alcohol bottles, like champagne bottles and wine bottles and Chardonnay bottles, and they had one that was Bacardi, and so I gave it to him, and he wears it all the time. It's really neat. It's like probably one of my favorite gifts I've ever given him is this little trinket that is a Bacardi bottle just on a little simple little rope. I've been dead 3 times before. What? What can I say? Some tweet keeps inviting me back. David, what? That's madness. Fermented shark, I heard, is the worst tasting food you can ever try. Yes. Listen, if I'm in a starving situation, okay, I gotcha. You're fine. Okay, we're probably going to eat some shark because I'm a survivor. However, that was, I mean, it's not as bad as a century egg. I will never do a century egg again. A century egg, blah, blah. But the fermented shark, that's on the never again list. Never again. Oh, look, our lighting already better. Amazing. Oh, worn out. It's just what Michelle felt. Yeah, it wears you out being in that kind of a costume all day. I mean, I looked fantastic, so it was worth it. But like, whew. Oh, by the time I got done, I was talking to my boss about the day and just kind of catching him up. I was like, I'm sorry, I have to take this thing off. I like had to pull the mask off, and like all the makeup I had put on to kind of wipe my face down had like been pushed into my pores. Like I had to come home and clean, not just wash my face, but clean out my pores because it was just packed in there. It was so intense. I can only imagine because she had all that white makeup on. Rum and Coke is a classic. You are not wrong. It is. He's very into, so he started in tiki. That's how he kind of got into rum, is he just loved tiki and how the atmosphere and all that stuff. And then as he's been going, he's been like discovering how wonderful rum is on its own. So he's more into like old school cocktails where you replace the whiskey or the gin with rum, or just drinking it neat or on the rocks. Like he like really high ester, I think is the word, rums. That's kind of his jam now. Like just appreciating the spirit for itself. I like rum so long as it's spice. Yeah, he's a big anti-Captain Morgan's guy, which is a bummer because my dad loves Captain Morgan and Malibu. Oh my gosh. And they haven't got to formally meet yet, so it'll be interesting when they do. I'm sure Brian will make him drink all the rums. I prefer white rum, greatly to spiced. Yeah, so I don't drink anymore. I quit drinking. And so I don't know any of this. Like I kind of mildly remember how some rums taste, sorta. I mostly smell them now to kind of like get a sense of what's going on. I really like, and this is again a smelling, not a drinking. So I'm sure if I drank it, I'd really feel differently. But I really like the grassier ones because sugarcane is a grass. So there's ones that are like really grassy and they have this like really weird, like funky smell. I like them. I can imagine if I were a drinker still, that would be the ones I would be trying to enjoy because I just sit there with it and I smell it like I want a candle. I want Natalie to make me a candle that smells like some of these rums. They're so good. Stinky tofu smells bad, but it's supposed to taste good. Huh. Very fetishy. Oh yeah, no joke. I mean, let's all not pretend like we don't know what the latex suit. Blah 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 blah. Moving on. Oh, I know, right? I could have at the beach in heaven sipping a martini, watching the most amazing sunset ever. Oh, David, I'm sorry. Hey, someday. You're smuggling Brian and your luggage next JDFF. Oh, I know. I actually have thought to myself, that Ben, that getting one of these rum brands to sponsor JDIFF would be really good. I just gotta figure out what the win for them, what the return on their investment would be, because like they're trying to sell bottles and reach into new markets. So like, if there's not a lot of rum in Dubuque already, they could get in there and like since Dubuque is a drinking town, getting into some of those bars there would be really, really cool. Like, I don't know. I gotta think about it more. Cheers to Brian. I don't really drink. I always wish for a strong drink. Yeah, I don't drink anymore. I quit because I needed to, and now I just don't because I actually genuinely prefer life without it. Our Halloween party. Oh man. Yeah, like just there was, a couple of our friends, had a very good time, which is awesome. And they were very silly and very fun. And I enjoyed them so much. But I was also like, I am glad I'm not, because I was definitely that person. And who knows what would come out of my mouth. But the bigger thing, like, because that's all whatever. The bigger thing is I was thinking about the next day, how bad their hangovers must be. And like, I feel great. I'm cleaning the house, getting stuff done. I'm like, I don't miss that one bit. Now when I have a hangover, it's because I didn't drink enough water the day before, which, that's my own fault. Also my own fault. Do you remember how mead tastes? Dreadful, like nail polish. That's what I remember, is it tasted like nail polish. I picked up some rums on our cruise, duty free, never got through all of them because they disappeared. Desiree, who drank them? What child in your family who wasn't quite old enough to drink snuck rum? I'm having my first beer for 11 days after catching the COVID. Oh, Greg, I'm so glad you're over the COVID. I got sick for like 24 hours. Oh God, so we had, it's been such a busy week. World Series, so fun. I'm new to this whole fandom thing, and it's such a fun, like, ridiculous way to start. I mean, like, I can't fully appreciate it because I wasn't a part of the whole years of losing, and also I'm being set up to be disappointed now because I really like tuned in this time for the games and stuff, and so I feel like I just set myself up for disappointment for the next 10 years because, who knows when they'll win again. What are you doing, Kitty? What is it? So that happened, which was super fun, and then rolled right into Halloween party. So fun, so worth it. I like made a bunch of food. I had like really like I made some really fun stuff. Um, and then I've had this weird stomach ache all last week, which is finally kind of getting better. And so I was supposed to film an episode and I didn't do it because I was like, my stomach hurts and I'm not filming this episode because it's just gonna make me miserable. And then 3 days of Halloween, like the party, which is a lot of work, and then 2 days of work at Idol, bartending, and it was not bad. We weren't that busy, but it was busy enough that I was tired. And then yesterday was dead at the bar, which is fine. I did the brunch shift. I totally volunteered for it. I was like, it's gonna be dead. I'll do it. And I wound up like finding things to do to clean and stuff. And we were so dead, which was kind of nice, also exhausting. But I'm at work and I'm like, I feel funny. I sneezed constantly the day before, all day long, and I'd forgotten my allergy pill. So I just assumed, oh, and the winds are blowing, and the door kept opening, and I was like, oh, it's just got to be because I've been sneezing, or my allergies are all the worst thing ever. Oh yeah, that's that sticker right there. I have a sticker on my window that does that, if you're wondering what magic that is. And then I got home from work yesterday. I'm like, I feel weird. I feel bad. I should check my fever. 99.9 fever. I was like, great. I'm over it now. It took about 24 hours. So I'm already on the other side of it. But it was quite the week. I am ready for a new week. Let's turn the page. New week. Thank you very much. Oh, goodness. I believe my roommate gifted them as Xmas presents and didn't own up to... Oh, no. He forgets what he owns. Oh, no. Rub the tummy. Yeah, I slept with a bikini pad on my tummy for like a week. I used Halloween to dress as I normally do at work and just told it was 90s crunch. Nice. Well done. Oh, no. Just my door is a wonkadoo door. Everything in my house is old and moves on its own volition. All right, a little bit of business time. Natalie is not with us today, but she should be back next Monday for the live stream as usual. I'll double check though, because I think next week is her last intense week of filming, and then she's gonna start hustling to figure out some other stuff. Oh, allergies will bring on rhinitis. Oh, I'll have to look that up. Whatever it is, I'm on the other side of it now. I feel so much better today. We had an episode go out last week. If you didn't check it out, check it out. It's my Atlas Obscura adventure, which really was a lot of fun. All the little filming locations all over that are on the Atlas Obscura list that we hadn't visited before. That was a video from last week. And then I'm gonna film today a new video. That's just Brian. It's fine. We're all good. He's probably just shutting the door better. Kitty, you don't need to be involved. You're good. Anyways, so today I'm filming a new episode. I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one where Natalie and I saw on the internet this woman. She has an Instagram called The Cheese Plate, and her whole account is about cheese, which is super awesome. I love cheese. But she did these really interesting pairings with cheese and leftover Halloween candy. And I have got a plethora of leftover cheese and leftover Halloween candy, so we're going to do this thing. I'm very excited about giving it a go. I put some out for the party because I thought it was fun. And I didn't taste any, but the reviews people were mind blown. So I'm excited to do that. I'm going to do that today. Right after this, I'm going to go for a little walk and then immediately film this video and then go to work. So fingers crossed I get it done today, because that'll be next week's video. No video this week. I'm trying to get back on doing the TikToks. The YouTube did lengthen their stories, I think they're calling it, time till 3 minutes. So if that's the case, I'm going to start putting more TikToks up for you guys on Instagram so that you don't have to go to TikTok to watch the TikToks. What is this leftover? I have so much candy. I bought one of those giant bags of candy for the kiddos, and I didn't get a single trick-or-treater. I put out a thing on my driveway. I put out lights to let them know that there's people home. Not a single child stopped by my house. I have a giant bag of candy. I got to figure out what to do with it. And then I also have candy left over from the party. I have so much candy. gave away the leftover candy as a goodie bag. I'm going to take all the leftover candy to work tomorrow for trivia, and also, you know, if chocolate makes everyone feel better in case they're feeling unhappy. I haven't had a trick-or-treat in 20 years, treater in 20 years, and I live in the middle of town. What? Hey, Price Pig, welcome. What? What? I've had one trick-or-treater here in 10 years. 10 years. Every year I buy candy because I don't want to get caught unawares. But you know what? I'm just going to buy like a couple of big candy bars. And whatever kid shows up gets all the big candy bars. But yeah, one trick-or-treater in the last 10 years. And it makes me so sad because I think it's so fun. I had a duty old man come to my house. A dirty old man. Thank God I was in the woods states away. Oh no. Had 12 pounds left over last year. Jeez, like, good Lord. None here expected kids, but they never come in 20 years. 3 times, methinks. Yeah. One in all the years. So I will continue to buy candy. Send the cane to Norway. Jorgen. Send you some like little mini Snickers so you can try them. One of my co-workers, an idol at the bar, he's from England, and he's been in LA for not even 6 months. He just got here. He walked in looking for a job, and me and my boss were sitting there the day he walked in, and he got really lucky. He was like, I like that guy, hire him. So we hired him, and he's been excellent. He is an excellent bar back. He's moving on to serving. He rocks. But what's really fun is that there's so many things in American culture that he doesn't know about or has never tried. So over the weekend, we got a cookie cake. And I asked him, I was like, hey, have you ever had a cookie cake before? And he's like, no. He's like, what is that? I was like, okay, it's a giant cookie. It's a cookie made into a giant cake. It's literally nothing different, but I swear it tastes different. I swear the texture is different, it tastes different. And so he got to try his first cookie cake, and he was blown away. He's like, I love this. This is amazing. This is better than any cookie ever. I was like, I told you. Next year, oh my gosh, I just got an idea for a video. What if I made a sugar cookie cake? Has anyone ever made a sugar cookie cake? Is this a thing? I mean, we always make them out of chocolate chip. What? Okay, wait, hold on. I have to write this down. I also saw this video of a person making this candy that's like, it looks like little crystals, but they're made out of sugar, and you just mix. I have to try it. These are weird things that are probably gonna come out at random with no real editing process whatsoever. It's just gonna be like, I tried a thing. Here it goes. All right, wait, I'm writing this down. Cookie cake with cake, sugar cookie. Yep, this is an idea. Because how cute would a sugar cookie be decorated oh, I'm doing that. I gotta do that soon too, if I'm gonna do it. Okay, anyways. I worked on location on Halloween, and I handed out candy. Parents from all over dropped off their kids that area. Oh, fun. That's fun. Candy for the children that never arrive for a decade. Tara, you're a true... What's that word? David, will you define that word for me? US British are pretty cool. Yeah, he's really fun. It's just been fun to like explain American culture to him. And then I love the Brits. I don't know if all Brits are like this, but the ones that I've dealt with are they can take a ribbon. Like, they can take getting the piss taken out of them really, really well. And that is on the nose of my humor, like the full expression of my humor that I hold back with most people because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But he can totally take it. Minsk is a Yiddish word. What does it mean? Hancock Park is a good place. Yeah. I'm pretty near Hancock Park, actually. I'm not too far. I'm a stone's throw away. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I have the most fun giving that guy a hard time. It is so much fun. I love to harass him over being colonizers and stealing artifacts, and I'll pull up old history facts that I just know randomly at him, and he's like, why do you know that about us? Like, there was like, I forget, there was this thing about wool. It was like they were stubbornly still wearing, the Brits were stubbornly still wearing wool long after they knew that cotton existed, and not just because cotton was very expensive, but also because Muslims were wearing wool and they were very against the Muslims and the Turks and stuff, and they were at war, and so they refused to wear the more comfortable fabric and stuck with the itchy, scratchy wool shirts because they were being stubborn and jerks. Oh, a good person. Oh, I like it. How cute would a sugar cookie be if is this a multiple choice? That's true. Very true. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I'll do it next week. A person of integrity, honorable. Oh, okay. I like it. That's me. I'm an honorable person of integrity and of note. That is me. She's asleep. Everyone be quiet. Kitty is having the toughest time lately. The house has been a mess from the party, and that disrupted her usual. What happens in this room this time of year is these little sun patches happen because of the windows, and so she'll sit here. She'll start at one end of the room, and then she'll start over that way, and then chase the sun all the way to the other end, and then chase it to the front of the house. But there's been stuff everywhere, so she can't do that, and she's been very upset with me about it, that she doesn't get to have her usual sun patches. But she looks very happy right now. She is such a little brat child. I love you, Kitty. Kitty. Nothing. Doesn't pay attention to me whatsoever. Thank you. Somebody you like and admire. Thank you so much. All right, did I miss any comments? I'm going to scroll back up real quick. Prize pig. Next year, I'm just going to put out a sign that says, no candy, but I have liquor for the parents. I like that. That's funny. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Dirty old man. Ear, nose, throat, fix my nose. Oh, I've never tried that before. I probably should do a neti pot and just like clean out my nose. That would probably really, really help. I think I got everybody. I think I got all the things. Stinky tofu. That's how far back I am. Stinky tofu. Oh, all right. All right, we got 15 minutes till joke corner. Definitely gonna need some joke corner because it is very hard to sit here and talk to yourself for 1 hour. Well, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you guys. But trying to remember all the things I want to tell you guys. What else is there important to tell you guys? I feel like there's things coming up. Hey, premature ejaculation. David. Party houses put on full-size candy bars, water, and booze. You could, with your sister, with your, dyslexia, with your glasses on, looks like you could be Link Neal's sister. Link Neal, like Rhett and Link? Link? How is that? Oh, Jorgen, Natalie's doing great. Oh, yeah, you don't know. Natalie's been super busy. I don't know if you caught on the plot yet, Jorgen. Natalie's moved to Utah for a bit here, or permanently, actually. And she is currently maxing out her market, which is so smart. So what you want to do, if you are in a smaller town that's not Los Angeles, and you're thinking, oh, geez, I want to move to LA and try my hand at the movies, that's great and awesome. Before you do that, though, max out your current market. So if you're lucky enough to be in a city, be in a state like Utah where there's filming going on all over, or Atlanta, somewhere in Texas, there's lots of filming going on. Find every bit of filming that rolls through your area, because there's a lot of stuff being filmed on location these days. There is work to be done. There's like local commercials. There's local. Natalie at one point was talking to a place about doing safety videos. There's stuff to do that is like maybe not quite the big movies or whatever, but close, like to get practice. And so she's currently Chicago, yeah. And if you live anywhere near there, try just driving in to do the things and go to the auditions and all that stuff. Max out your market. So she's wisely right now she's working her butt off and maxing out the market. So right now she's working on getting in with all the the filmmakers and theater folk there in Utah, which there's quite a bit, and it just takes some time. So right now, Las Vegas is, yeah, Vegas, that's only a 6 hour drive for her. So she's right now, she did a ton of background work for a TV show that came through. She's doing a buttload of student films, which I think is so smart of her, because you just never know what those student filmmakers, when they graduate, what they go on to do. Like, even in Utah, but like you just never know. She's doing a lot of like any audition she can get, any theater thing. She's really, really going for it, which is awesome. As soon as she gets done with these student films, I imagine she's gonna get right back on it and start looking for more work and stuff to do. So it's keeping her really, really busy, which is really great. Like the whole point, you guys have known this and I've said this before, like the whole point when we started this channel was to cultivate and build up our own independent audience set apart from anybody else's work. And the point of that was to, become people wanted to see in things. And so anytime that we can go do the acting thing, like go do the acting thing, like not that you guys are second rate or anything like that, but we got to balance this out so that you can still go do the acting thing. So that's where she is today. And she's doing great. I think that, it's going on. Did catch her moving. Yeah, she was moving. That was over a year ago now. So she's been hustling for a bit now. So anyway, so that's what's been going on with Natalie. She's slaying it. I'm sure she wouldn't say so. She'd probably say something different. But outside looking in, I think she's doing a really good job, really making the most of moving to Utah. And I think over the next couple of years that it's only going to get better for her. I think she's only going to do more stuff. She's only going to make more friends in the industry that's out there. And I think she's going to be really happy doing it. Like, and you never know where that can lead for you. Like what kind of career you carve out for yourself that, maybe it isn't a part of the big, movie machine out here, but maybe you didn't want to be a part of that anyways, because it can be such a thing. Last night, Brian and I watched A Star is Born. We watched the 1937 version and the 1954 version, the Judy Garland version, which I have feelings about. But what it reminded me of was just that process of coming out here and being a part of the machine, the Hollywood machine, and the negative stuff that the movies talk about. It's true. It's there. Like that, especially back then, they definitely were crafting these stories about their stars and all this artifice and names and all this stuff. And it hasn't changed very much. There's still the public line that you tell people because maybe you don't want to get into the private line. Scott Bradley, Postmodern Jukebox, left town big time. Oh, really? I love Postmodern Jukebox. That thing is so cool. I love them adapting that music. Our 10 minutes to joke corner. 10 minutes to joke corner. Bonus points. I'm just looking at it. I don't know what we're gonna get. We're gonna try this out. I haven't talked about this at all yet. Legos. I'll take bonus points for Lego jokes. Let's see what the world of Lego jokery has got out there on the internet. You go find jokes on the internet, come back, and then you post them for me, and then I read them, and we have a good time for the last 10 minutes. So we got 10 minutes until joke corner. Go find your Lego jokes. Or any joke. I'll take any joke, but that's your bonus points. The costume Natalie dressed as the local LA barber. My goodness, Natalie has an unparalleled talent. Yeah, she nailed that one. For one Halloween, she was working at a bar across the street from our barbershop, and she worked the day shift that day, which is kind of a boring shift. So she dressed up as the barber, who was a very distinct look. He had his neck tattoos, his hat, his particular mustache, very specific clothing. So she dressed up as him for Halloween one year, and she killed. It was perfect. It was perfection. Dream On, Morgan James is the best. Dream On, Morgan James. What's that? I would look it up, but yeah, Legos, go. Let's see what happens. I'm starting to pick up random topics to just see what the internet's got joke-wise. So A Star is Born, if you guys have never seen the older versions. So we watched the very old version last night. And it was really interesting. It was a groundbreaking movie at the time because it was the first Technicolor movie that was like not super saturated and gross, like really used color in a different way. And Postmodern Jukebox. Yeah, I love Postmodern Jukebox. Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. Dream On. I don't know the names of things, though. I love watching them. They're so good. Distinct is one word for it. I can't think of it. Nobody that looks like that. But no joke. She nailed it. She did such a good job. Go on the internet and look it up. Like, it's awesome. I'll try and find it and put in the Instagram stories today, but it's freaking cool. So watching A Star is Born, the first one, like I was really now with years of being in the movie industry under my belt and like really paying attention to plots and stuff. Like I was noticing what I really enjoyed the movie. However, a lot of it was like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. And as far as like creating a storyline, it leaves you this really disjointed, unsatisfying story. And in that version of the movie, like the lead female was beautiful and stuff, but she didn't really do anything to like, aside from being a starlet trying to go and uh, have a career and make it in Hollywood, they didn't give me anything else to like really like about her. And then on the flip side, they made the guy who's supposed to be the drunk way too likable. Like you didn't understand what the problem was with him early on. Like they didn't show enough of like what the issue was early on, so you could understand like, oh, he has a drinking problem. They kind of had one scene, but not really. But overall, like it was really fun to watch all these old, like the footage of old LA, because that's why we're watching it, was just to see old LA stuff. We have a whole list of old of movies that were filmed to be in LA. And if you know of any good ones, let me know, because we got a giant list. We've divided them up by what year they're supposed to be in. So right now we're like in the older movies. So we started with the 1900s to 1930s. That's where we started last night. And they were like, oh, let's watch the other A Star is Born back to back. Let's do it. So we watched the second A Star is Born with Judy Garland. And I never noticed this before. She has an amazing voice. But after a while, I'm good. I'm good. Like 2 musical numbers, I'm solid. I'm good. It's a lot. It's a lot of a voice. I get fatigue. That kind of singing fatigue. And there was one part of the movie where they go and they're premiering the movie that she just starred in. It's gonna be like her big break. And they're watching, and they make you watch the movie like 7 minutes of musical numbers. And we just started fast forwarding through the musical numbers, which is terrible, but we just like I can't watch another musical number. There's too many right now. We just kind of fatigued out. And then with that one, we got to compare and contrast, and they like lifted a lot of scenes and dropped them into this movie. They just directly redid them, which is great. I have no issues with that. That one, the second one, they did a much better job showing up front what the drinking issues he was having, like really early on. You're like, oh God, this guy's got a problem. And then he kind of straightened up his act a little bit while he was helping Judy Garland become a star, and then fell off the wagon again when his career started to fail. And I thought that was a really good arc for him. But for Judy Garland's part, it's the same issue of she didn't ever like save a cat in the term of like giving me a reason to root for this character early on, other than she's the starlet who's going to become the thing. Like it really wasn't, it just didn't, I don't know, it didn't land for me. And like I was kind of pumped that I didn't like this movie. It was fine. It was fine. I actually cannot wait to see the Barbra Streisand. We were like, oh my gosh, let's keep going. We're gonna watch the Barbra Streisand one next, and then watch the Bradley Cooper one after that. No, I really, really, for me, it was really, I think his name's James Conner. I enjoyed his performance so much. I thought he did a really good job with the character, and I thought that their version, I wish he was a little more charming, like the guy in the first one, the very first one. He was so charming that you're like, this guy's great. What's the problem here? I don't see the problem. I want them to mix them together. Oh, and Streisand's the star of her version. Ooh, interesting. No, Bradley Cooper did A Star Is Born as well. So that's the most recent one that we're gonna watch and like watch it soon so that we can remember all the scenes because it was fun. I can remember verbatim scenes from the first one because I just saw it and saw them in the second one. And it was really interesting to watch them. And there was a couple. It also suffered the same problem of and then this, and then this, and then this, instead of because of this, this happened, and because that happened, this happened, and because this happened, this happened. Like it didn't have that. It just had, and then they elope for reasons that are unknown to anybody. Like they never tell you why they elope. We assume it's because they don't want a big fancy wedding, but like in both movies, they just elope and go around the PR guy as a fun little thing. But they never really. Oh, my other issue? Never saw Star is Born. It's supposed. It is and it isn't. My other issue is I'm talking about a movie none of you people have seen. I'm so sorry, but I'm stuck on this now. My other issue is they never have the moment where, like, they do have a moment where you see Judy Garland perform this amazing song, and James Conner, I think is his name, he comes in and watches her, and that's cool. But it never has the like magical, oh wow, she's been discovered. Neither movie. Like they kept ramping it up to have that moment where like you get chills. That moment in Walk the Line where he plays the song for the first time and you get chills because it's so good and so impactful, and you know that that's the moment this person's entire life just changed. It gives me chills to even talk about that moment. Those are my favorite moments in movies, is the moment you know that you watch them become the thing like right in front of your eyes. Like that little spark starts. Neither movie has that. It's such a bummer. I wish they did. Chris didn't know how to act drunk, so he was drunk. Chris, is that the guy in the first one? Or is that the guy in the Streisand one? If that's the case, fun fact, I can't wait to watch it now. I'm kind of hoping I come home from work tonight and we watch the next one because I can't wait to see the next one. I'm so stuck on this and excited by the whole entire thing of watching these movies back to back. It's been fun. If you've never done this, if you've never watched different versions of a movie, done the remakes back to back, and there's tons. Like Fast and Furious is a remake. The very first one, that's a remake of original movie. I love doing this. I love watching the original one and then watching the remake back to back and comparing, contrasting what they did with the story. Oh, it's been a while since I watched Walk the Line. That scene, I will put on that scene on Netflix by itself. I'll just watch the scene. I love that scene so much. Like I've watched it over and over and over again. It just gives me chills. Madsen was big star. He's the focus. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, I'm so bad at names. All right. We got Joke Corner, guys. Joke Corner for our last 10 minutes of this thing. Joke Corner is where you guys go out and get jokes from the internet and come back and give them to me and make me laugh. Write the word joke really big so that I catch it. I'll probably be better about catching everything today because it's just you and I. It's a little harder when I've got Natalie here and I'm doing the two things and my dyslexia goes off. Just like David did right here. If I'm not reading your joke, it's not a personal thing. It's probably because the bots are very intense and they're blocking you because a word you've used they don't like. So change your 3 Z's and that should fix the problem. And all right, let's go. David Faith, apparently the clocks go back in November. Oh, that's right, and the clocks changed. Good Lord. This has been a long week. I can't remember when I bought mine, where I bought mine from. Fun story. My kitchen clock is now right again because I never did fix it when we sprang forward. All right. You donate a kidney, you're a hero. You donate 5 kidneys, suddenly the police are involved. I enjoyed watching the 3 versions of Maltese Falcon. Ooh, I've never seen that. Never heard of it. That's interesting. David Faith. Boss. Are you going to be part of the solution or me? Oh, problem. Definitely. Boss. That was a rhetorical me. I have some ideas about how to make the problem even funnier. That's pretty much me at work. It's pretty much what having me as an employee is like. David, people say that circumcisions don't hurt. But I disagree. I was circumcised when I was born and I couldn't walk for a year. Funny. Did you know that you can just buy a birthday cake anytime and eat it yourself? Nobody checks. It's good to know. Good to know. Good news. What time is it when an elephant steps on your Lego creation? I'm waiting for Natalie. Out of sheer habit, I held for Natalie. That's so funny. Time to build another one. I will follow time to buy another one. I see these Lego memes about buying Legos because they're so expensive. Oh, yes. You took my joke. Lego my punchline. Lego my punchline. I was born female. I identify as female, but according to KFC's variety bucket, I'm a family of 4. Haha. After surviving a widowmaker, I'm going to need one of you to marry me because I pride myself on being authentic and also need your medical insurance. Greg Phillips. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a tower of Lego bricks? Of course. Lego bricks can't jump. Meh, Greg. Desiree, what did the small battery scream out after it stepped on a Lego? A. 3 A's. Jorgen, I know Sue holding for Nelly. That's so funny. That's hilarious. I can't wait to tell her that. Just pure habit. There's a new breakfast cereal out there for mathematicians. Toasty numerals. It's for people who like crunching numbers. Is it all ones and zeros? Oh, that's for computer programmers. What dance do Lego people like most? Square dancing. Meh. Someone once told me, go for broke. I'm happy to report that I succeeded. Through Legos. Oh, yeah. Oh, now we're in Lego corner. The Lego Rivendell? Yeah, I want that. I want that one. There was an original Lego, like, Hobbit village. I want it, but I'm not gonna do that to myself. However, this next 2025, rumor has it, they're gonna have a whole Hobbiton Lego set come out, and I will be saving my pennies. David Faith, I quit my job at the helium factory today. I refuse to be spoken to in that tone of voice. I agree. Desiree, why should you never pick a Lego person for your basketball team? They always throw up bricks. How many mystery writers does it take to screw in a light bulb? 2. One to screw it in most of the way, and another to give it the surprise twist at the end. Yes, very funny. Desiree, why the Lego person go to the doctor? His nose was blocked up. Maybe that's what's blocking my nose up. I'm all stuffy right now. When your wife starts a sentence with, when you get a chance, just go ahead and start putting your shoes on. She means now. That's actually true. I try to say when you have a chance, because I'm trying to not be like, do this for me now. But I also do not want it to be forgotten, which means do it sooner, which means do it now. What's the scariest thing to a Lego? A vacuum cleaner. I don't know. I'm pretty sure a Lego can mess up a vacuum cleaner, depending on which one, right? I think the scariest part of the song Born to Be Wild is when they find a head out on the highway. How did Lego minifigures measure distance? In square feet. Hey, Justin's here. What do the Fonz and Energizer Bunny have in common? Oh, that's a good use of the A joke. Yup. They did it earlier for what is a battery scream when it steps on a Lego. Desiree, what? Hey, Justin, Jorgen's here. Anyways, can you guys chat on the side? What do they do every year in the Lego neighborhood? They have a block party. Nice. Yes, absolutely. Desiree, why couldn't the detective solve the Lego crime? He just couldn't put the pieces together. But they have the instructions. But there are instructions. Oh my God. We will get into it. Oh. You have to keep reminding us every 6 months. Hilarious. Why was Grandpa so happy when he finished the Lego set? The box says 5 to 12 years, but he got it done in 3 weeks. Yeah, good job. Well done. All 3 mods are here. It's the first time in a long one. That's very true. It's been a while since we've had all the mods in the house. Desiree, what time is it when an elephant steps on your Lego crate? Time to build another one. Time to buy another one. Oh my gosh, my Legos I got quite a few sets now. There was one really cool one that I was like, I'm going to buy that because I think it's going to be worth money someday and I'm not going to open it. I did that. There are 720 billionaires. What? In the US, and not one of those selfish bastards has decided to become Batman. Hold up. Check the math on this. Are there that many billionaires? And also, follow-up question, are we sure none of them are Batman? It seems unlikely that none of these people have become Batman at this point. I would think by now we would have a Batman, at least one. What do you say to get a Lego ninja to leave the room? Ninja go. I had to look up what this whole Ninja Go thing was about, like, because I go on the Lego website and look at Legos and I'm like, what the heck is Ninja Go? Like, I don't understand. If I ever win the lottery, I'm going to the grocery store. I'm gonna go grocery shopping and not even look at the prices. Oh man, you and me both, buddy. I miss the days of not paying attention to the price tags. What was the Lego pirate's favorite letter? R. I want there to be a Lego related letter. Like, I'm looking over at my Legos trying to see if there's a letter that would work out for it. I don't know. What do you think, Kitty? She's got nothing. She is the most useless host. Look at this. She's in the same position. She looks like she's made of magic though, with the sun around her. My chameleon isn't changing color anymore. He is reptile dysfunction. No, it's the sea. What did my doctor say to do after I stepped on a Lego? Just block out the pain. They are the most painful thing to step on the planet. I've been pretty good at not dropping them. I have these dishes I keep them on. So like this is a dish of parts and there's 2 of them. So the small parts go on this one, the big parts go on this one. And this is how I keep from losing them and also getting them on the floor. And then I'm able to pick them up and move things easily whenever I'm like, I need to clean or something. So that's my method, but they are horrible to step on. You know how they throw the ball into the crowd after they win the game? That's not allowed in bowling. I know that now. My dad wanted to put my brick toys out for the garage sale, but I just couldn't let go. I'm gonna start checking garage sales for Legos, guys. Goodwills and then garage sales. I want to tickle Gizmo behind the ear. I know, she's so sweet right now. All right, I'm gonna read one more, and then I'm gonna run because I'm gonna go film an episode today since I put it off last week. Oh wait, I'll read. Okay, Desiree's joke right there. This is Legos Ninjas. That's our last one. A truck carrying Worcestershire sauce crashes. Dispatcher, what's the situation? Deputy, it's hard to say. Yep. Desiree, how does an Eskimo build a strong Lego house? He glues it together. That's against the Lego rules. Actually, it really is. Today I learned today's illustrative Lego parts. What? No, that's for a set that I'm building right now. Like, that's where I'll dump them all out there. I got like, what, 1, 2, 3 bags left to go, and I finished my Sanderson sister house. I will post pictures when I do. Sylvester Stallone's Bakery has just started selling cakes. They're the best thing since sliced bread. Where do Lego Ninjas buy their groceries? A stealth food store or the block store. Until next time, everyone, take care of yourselves. I just read his. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for joining me and supporting me while I'm on my own. We should get Natalie back next week. No episode on the channel. Gonna put some TikTok content up there, and I'm gonna try to get those up on YouTube for you as well. So hang out for those. I got some ones of us trying these really unique chips coming out. That's gonna be the next things that are coming out of our world. And then yeah, we will have. I'm filming my Halloween candy cheese plate pairings today, and I'll have that probably coming out next week. And see you guys on Monday. Have a great week. Have a great start to the November part of our lives. Remember to enjoy fall. Don't just run into Christmas. Enjoy fall. You've only got one more month left of it. Enjoy it. Pumpkin spice this, apple cider that. We have plenty of time for peppermint milk, peppermint mochas in a month. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.